evening and welcome to the Historical Commission meeting for November 12th here at Town Hall. May I have a motion to open the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let's stand to pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. All right, so we've got the minutes from the September meeting, right?
Yep, I'll go over them right now.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we found out that the museum has maps of Acushnet from 1871 and 1895. Is that correct?
Correct.
Is there any possible way we can get some?
Oh my God, they're in my car.
Okay.
And so when we go out, I'll give you all. I brought both of them.
Okay.
So each one of you
Great.
would have a copy.
Great. That'd be great.
Okay.
Okay. Perry Hill Church still trying to get on National Register. Wendy
It's Frontier.
Frontier
FR.
is working to get approval. Have you heard any more from her?
She's working on it. I hope to have it to me but before the end of the year. It'd be something that we have to go over, make sure everything's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now, let's see, where are we? Apple Peach Festival is a huge success. Record number of people, all pies made was sold, over 100 of them. I was there, that place was a nightmare. That place was a zoo. There was a lot of people, there.
Tell us about it. And our oven let go again. I'm still waiting for the pots.
Okay, museum has great turnout this year. People have been very interested in town history. Is it still open every other week?
No, we won't start opening now until probably the first week of May.
Okay.
May through September.
Okay, the museum only opens May through September.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see, where are we at? Okay, alarm, New England fixed alarms in both buildings.
They're both up and running.
Still trying to save Old Mill on Hamlin Street. Now, like I said, I went down there on my bicycle and checked out the building pretty good. It's way beyond saving.
Isn't the bridge still out down there?
It's still out.
Oh yeah.
How long is that going?
You know what's funny? There's about 15 cars down here and I couldn't see anybody working.
No, you won't see many working.
Down there fishing.
Well, how long are they going to go without a bridge? I like to go down that road many a time. You can't go down it.
Well, you're not alone, John. I'm sure there are a lot of people that are being put out by that.
Yeah.
Too much is the mouse.
I heard it was going to be at least another 2 years.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And I live on that street,
Yeah.
so it's a pain in the butt for me.
Where do you have to go in from? Middle
Street.
Road or Main Street?
Main Street.
Main Street.
Yeah.
The
Gosh.
state works in mysterious ways.
Yes, it does. Whether you like it or not.
School buses and everything else.
Now, the old mill on Hamlin Street, they want to tear it down. It's a hazard, and they are looking to tear it down. I went and looked at it, at least, and it's like I say, it's falling in on something. Big blocks that form the staggered, and they're all starting to fall inside.
Yeah.
So, number one, we don't own the place,
No, it's under the
and
family.
we can't do anything with it anyway, right?
No.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So it's a lost cause. Now, that's it for the meeting, last meeting minutes.
Yep.
One thing I'd like to interject here is about the old library. Have you heard any more?
Nothing.
How about if we send a letter?
Yep.
I don't care if it's from a lawyer, or I can probably send it and sign it Secretary of the Historical Commission to find out what's going on. Can we do that? Send a letter to a registered letter if we have to the Selectman's office.
I've talked to Mr. Kelly numerous times and he said it's still in the works.
What the hell does
So
that
I
mean?
don't know what it means. I don't know if the selectmen are just taking their time to get estimates or what.
Because if they wait much longer,
I know.
at
It's
another
gonna-
place, it's not gonna be able to
Gonna
be
fall
saved.
in.
So can we find out what is the works? What does the works mean?
Well, they're in the work, they're
That's
trying
why I
to
figured I'd send a
price.
letter. Maybe if
Yeah,
they
but
see something in
We
writing.
can still find out, where's it at, exactly, we wanna know.
Sure.
I mean, that's kind of like a roundabout answer.
I know, that's what I get every time I ask.
Well, let's have him,
I'm
Richard
gonna,
do
I'm
it.
gonna write a letter.
Address it to the selectmen.
I am.
Okay.
Let me write this here. All right.
They'll tell you the same thing they've been telling me.
Well, if we have to,
I'm afraid.
do we,
Is it
does,
listed, is it gonna be listed?
yeah,
Can it be
Yeah.
listed?
do we have a lawyer?
Can it be listed? You don't,
There's a town lawyer, you can't get involved with that. Don't even go there.
you don't need that, what do you need a lawyer for? Just ask.
Well, I didn't mean to sue
No,
anybody.
I know.
I'm just saying if we could talk to him and see what he suggests.
Yeah, it's gonna cost you money we don't have.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing you can do is send a letter to the selectmen, asking, where it stands right now. I mean, I've talked to Mr. Kelly so many times about it, and he tells me that the selectmen are still working on it. So that's telling me they haven't got a price yet. They probably haven't had it appraised. That I don't know for sure.
Well,
I
you
just
should
hope
get
they
a
don't-
letter back if you send one.
Huh?
If you
You should
send
get
one,
a
you should
letter
get a
back.
letter back.
All right, I will. In fact, I'll get on it this week.
You'll have something in writing.
Yeah. I'll type it up and mail it and we'll see what happens. Okay.
You can mail it, or
I
you
was
can
gonna
bring it
say, I would
in.
hand deliver it.
Bring it into the selectmen's office.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Put it gently down and run
Save
like
a
hell.
stamp. Save a stamp.
I don't know, my wife's pretty friendly with one of the selectmen. Maybe
Oh, of
I'll,
course, they're not.
Maybe I'll use her, because
Yeah.
she's been working in the building department.
What a good job she does over there.
Sure.
And that's, volunteer work.
Yes.
She's been good. I was there last week with her, looking up 3 different properties.
Yes.
She goes in those files and she brings all the, and you sit down and you look through everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She is so nice.
Yeah, Charlene's pretty,
She is so nice.
yeah, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah. And her car is identical to mine.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing how many of them are around. Well,
I know.
she was the head of display at Bed Bath & Beyond for almost 20 years.
No kidding.
Yeah, in Tennessee.
Not local.
No, we lived in Parsons, Tennessee for 6 years when we got back together.
Oh, wow.
It was a town of 2,400 people.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I went from Palm Beach County of 2 million down to 2,400.
Mhm.
It was quite an adjustment. Okay, what other business do we have? here?
Okay, well, tonight, we're gonna look at I've got some old,
Who's John Cook?
okay, I gotta talk about that too. John Cook, years ago, maybe Richard can help me with that, with John
Make
Cook.
a motion to accept.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Sorry?
We need to make a motion to accept the,
Oh, the minutes.
the minutes.
So moved.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
okay.
What am I gonna do with them? Okay.
Can you pass that? It was an extra one.
What is this?
It was an extra one.
Oh,
Extra
okay,
one?
I'll put it right.
Excellent.
Okay.
I always type up make a few extras. I go to the library to make copies. 10 cents a piece. Can't go wrong.
Well, I've got something to ask about. As a result of the election, we now have 2 freshman state reps elected. One that represents this part of town, and a lot of towns go that way. The other represents...
You know the names?
Well, yeah, one of them is, oh dear
You must
me.
stop looking through pictures and see.
One of them is, let's see, Portuguese last name, comes from
Oh,
Fairhaven.
could fool me.
The other is a fellow over in Westport. He only got in by about 100 votes because he had about 5 people running against him, 4 independents and a Republican.
Wow.
And he got in by 100 votes or so, and he's been holding office there for 20-some odd years.
So is this gonna make any difference to the town?
I don't know, but I mean, I would think the sooner we somehow, say congratulations or something, they might pay attention to us.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
We gotta find out the names first.
It just occurred to me, and I did not, if I thought about them, I could come up with both of them, but I went out and held a sign for the guy from Westport. And,
What does anybody think about Trump getting in?
as little as possible.
No, let's not discuss
Sorry,
that.
as little as
Yeah.
possible.
It causes a war.
You shouldn't just do that.
It would have caused, I think, a bigger war if he hadn't got in.
Not a good thing
No,
to talk
you say
about
so.
at a town meeting.
I don't know.
The followers he has are.
Right.
Well, I mean, he's got, what, how many felonies that he was found
These were
guilty of? What do you want to
pictures.
do
But
about
they
that?
are they
I guess
dismissing
some of
them
these
all?
people
I
lived
don't
in
know.
Acushnet.
Yeah, that's what they're doing now, they're gonna
They
dismiss it.
shouldn't. What about one nation under God, indivisible? What about one set of statutes guiding everyone? Whatever happened to that?
Well, it don't apply to Trump.
Well, I guess they don't.
Okay,
Okay,
all right.
Yep.
Okay, keep looking at some of these pictures I've got from the town. Okay, this one was from this is from the original White's factory that's on my street. See, that's one of the original pictures, what it looked like before it burned.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the name of that farm, 348. That's going up Main Street, that's right after Heritage Drive, right?
Yeah, it's the little house, in fact, I sold it. Where the brook is, you know where the brook is, before the driving
Right after
range?
that,
No, before. You know where Tony's store is?
right?
It's before.
Shambles.
Oh, that little one.
The little house that sits back.
Oh, okay.
That's 348.
so this place burnt down?
No, that's White's factory. That's the
Oh,
one that's
oh.
falling down.
Well, wood stacked there. Because that was when they burnt wood, I guess.
I do. Okay.
What are these more?
Yep, that's the 348 Main Street. The little house in the library.
Oh, wow. Oh, this thing got burnt.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Paulding's. They had a couple of relatives work at Paulding's.
Oh, really?
I had not, too.
Had my aunt too.
I'll be done.
What parade is this, do you know?
The,
The Centennial?
from Paulding's. From
Fascinating.
Paulding's?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
That's,
pictures.
that's where the highway is now.
Look at this.
Sure enough.
Oh, God. Look at our quacks that cross the street all the time.
Yeah.
Here's the library. Library.
No, he looks the same though.
Does he?
You know,
Not too bad. Not too bad. All right, these are all the pictures from Paulding's.
Yeah.
If you know any of those people. I guess some of them lived in Acushnet, that's why I ended up with that photo.
Who are all these people?
They're all
that the
people
old
that,
chicken
I guess,
Lunches?
retired from Paulding's.
Blue Lanterns.
Either retired or when they folded up. See the parade?
Welding
That's all their
factory,
parade.
that was on Middle Road. Was that Middle Road? Where was the welding?
Look at,
Middle Road?
Weldon Factory's off of Weldon Road,
Middle Road.
off Middle Road.
Yeah.
Mhm.
you can tell Johnny looks a lot better back then.
He looks, he's not doing too good either. He's not feeling good at
No?
all. No. He keeps, when my husband goes by there or goes to check on the church, he'll come out and, how's Pauline? Because he knew I was sick there for a while with my asthma. But he hasn't been doing too good either.
This is.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's some more.
Chicken house, right?
No, that's Blue Land.
Blue Lantern, yeah.
They lived upstairs.
Tree Hardware, is that the one on the corner of Perry Hill?
Yeah,
Blue
years ago
Lanterns. Is that
now.
across from your mother's?
What year is this,
That's the Bible.
57?
Yeah,
That's the
Is
year
that
they
it?
tore the building
Yeah.
down.
but wasn't that a
It's still
chicken
there.
house one year?
No,
I mean,
No,
the one
next
on-
door.
Chicken house was over here.
Okay. all right.
across from the library. Used to be a building there where the cemetery is. Right down the
Oh,
street there.
you're talking about the Summerton house.
Yeah,
Yes, I know. That wasn't very nice either.
Well, that's where Washington, that borough garden.
This must be back about 1900.
Did we ever find out anything about the schoolhouses where they were?
Oh, I know where they were. Those are on the maps, which I
Oh,
left in
they
my
are in
car.
that. Okay.
Well, that map was pretty good.
I'm gonna give you guys each one of the 1871 and the 1895. On either one of the maps, you're gonna be able to see where the old schoolhouses were.
Cool.
Okay, you can follow them. Now, this, I don't know where this was from. This cannot be a Acushnet, but I don't know.
The carriage house never came to be, right?
At the meeting house, no. It was gonna cost $100,000 and we didn't have it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Would have been wonderful to have that carriage house rebuilt, but
I can't picture this in a cushion.
no, I don't think so. I don't think it is.
Where'd you get these pictures from?
People that drop them off to me at the museum. Yeah. I get a lot of them dropped off, but I'm not sure where they all.
That almost
from-
looked like it was abandoned when that picture was taken.
The windows are gone.
I'm thinking it's down near the waterfront somewhere, around the state pier.
It could be.
I'm thinking it's one of those old mills there.
You know, it almost looks like the counting house.
The which one?
The counting house. It's right on near Merrill's Wharf.
Yeah.
Across from the hotel.
Oh, really? Oh, the counting house?
That's what I pictured right away.
All right. Do any of you recognize that picture?
No.
I don't think it's a Acushnet, but
Yeah.
okay.
Do you need a special phone to scan those silly looking things on the left there?
I think you can do it with any phone, but I haven't tried it myself.
Me either. Does anybody know?
Yeah, you can scan it with an iPhone.
You need a special
You
phone?
can-
I think it's any.
You're gonna have
I
an
don't
iPhone?
know,
No.
Other than an iPhone, I don't know if you can scan it.
What about
I don't
an
know.
Android,
It's
like
just a
mine?
camera.
Well, you can try it.
I don't know how to do it anyways, because I've never done it.
Well, you're supposed to just point it at it and,
Oh, and take a picture of it?
yeah.
Well, no, aren't you supposed to put the phone up next to it or something? No?
No, you just aim toward it.
Right, let's see.
This says W.S. Jenny Motorboat Supplies. The sign
That's what it
on this
says?
building.
Say that again?
Oh, on the building.
W.S. Jenny Motorboat Supplies.
Long gone.
Oh,
Where was that? And it also has a sign that says awnings too, up on the second floor.
does it say
Oh, and it
anything?
also says the sail, something sail loft.
The sail loft.
No,
That's probably
there's a
downtown.
word-
That's down near the wharf.
That might be the building that they just redid.
The state
I
pier?
don't know. Probably gone by now, whatever it was. There's another, I can't make out that word. Something loft, sail loft. Almost looks like it says atomic sail loft.
Okay.
That doesn't make sense. Who's that man?
Yeah, but I might be too far away.
One person. What is that QR
I
code
just
for?
don't.
That's to join the
I
meeting.
haven't
That's
been
to join a
successful.
meeting.
Yeah, that's to join the meeting, but we
Not
were
this
wondering
meeting.
about the thing there, if we can get it on our phones.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to join the meeting, but there's no meeting connected to.
Well, that's to join
What are you trying to do?
I
meetings.
don't know, they're trying to do
They're
that.
trying to take a picture of that.
What for?
For what? Like you,
That's what I said.
Do you need a special phone to scan those,
that's only if like I have to set up a meeting for you
Yeah.
to go into.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't, your
okay.
phone just won't connect to it.
No.
Oh, you need to set it up.
Meeting going on.
All right.
Okay.
thank you.
No.
It's been an education.
It's funny, because it comes on TV, and I'm saying, you just.
A lot of times, yeah, I see it on TV and
Maybe,
they'll
I don't
say,
know. I don't
to
know what it says, but it does say.
open it up, no way.
W.S. Jennings something or other, but there's a, it says sail loft and there's a word above it I can't make out.
Yeah.
It says something like, what did I say, W.S. Jenny?
Jennings?
Yeah.
W.S. Jenny?
J-E-N-N-E-Y.
Well, if it's
Something
something
about
to do
loft.
with boats, it has
Sail
to be in the.
loft.
Boat, yeah,
Sail
boat.
That
loft.
picture.
Oh, the sail off?
Yeah.
One sign, painted on the side of the building in one spot, it says something, I can't make the word out, sail loft.
Yeah.
But it also says, there's a sign over the door that says, W. It says, W.S. Jenny Motorboat Supplies.
Yeah.
That has to be down by the docks.
That, yeah, that's,
And
that's
something
gotta be,
sail
yeah,
loft.
the New Bedford, water.
Yeah. Gotta be down by the water.
I have,
It's a big building.
But that building, I mean, it looks like disrepair in that picture, but.
Yeah, the whole roof's
Yeah, look,
open.
look, today, it looks like the Bourne County house.
But it actually looks like this didn't last much longer. When was this taken?
It's a shame, yeah.
I don't know, but these are all pictures that people will come and visit the
Well, years
museum.
ago, they didn't write on the back of the pictures.
No. No,
Now
not
they
even
don't. They put
family
them in their
pictures.
phone.
Yeah. Yeah. And you couldn't even find even family pictures, they don't put names or nothing.
No.
Okay. Regarding that John Cook. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. I had a gentleman call me that he lives, oh my God, I don't think I have the paper yet. I don't know what I did with it either. No. They're doing research on this John Cook from South Main Street in Acushnet years ago. John Cook. Department is
Where's Howard's Neck?
Howard's Neck is down on Main Street across from the quarry. There's a big boulder there that's got Howard's Neck on it.
I've seen that boulder. I had to walk the other day. I also looked at that plaque for Laura Keene.
Yes.
That struck me as weird that she was on stage performing when Lincoln got assassinated.
Mm-hmm.
And she went from DC she moved to Acushnet.
Yep. She owned that whole.
Yeah.
That's what we heard of her.
Yeah, she was the actress.
I'm wondering why Acushnet? She must have known somebody here. That's the only thing I can see. I mean, you can't just up out of the clear blue and come
Yeah.
to Acushnet.
Come to Acushnet, yeah.
Washington, DC.
Yep.
Okay, we're looking at research done on John Cook.
On John Cook, okay, he lived from 1607 to 1695. And where that Howard's Neck, where that stone is,
Yep.
there's a house way down in the back that butts the river.
Yep.
Well, from what this gentleman that called me, they're doing a lot of research on John Cook because they're trying to find out exactly where he's buried.
Now, is that the house, would that be Robishow's property? Across from the quarry?
The house set
Back and back.
Yeah.
All right. According to what I was told, I guess near that property there's like a jetty that goes out into the water. And doing the research and everything on them, somebody in Fairhaven is doing research. This guy is doing research, and he lives up near Boston area. I don't even know how he got involved with this, but he had called me asking if I had any information on it, and I didn't.
So they're trying to find his grave.
Now this is what it is. They thought he was buried in the cemetery in Fairhaven. Okay? Come to find out, he is not buried there. And then they retraced, I think there's a little park or something in Fairhaven that has his name. Yeah, I think it's right here. On a Cook Memorial Park, the house visible behind the park on Lafayette Street can be seen in the top photo. Shot from the angle. Okay, this photo is undated. And I guess this property here was called the Cook Memorial Park. So they thought he was buried there.
Yeah.
Okay, but these people are all doing research on it, and then I talked to,
Why the sudden
Richard-
interest in him?
they're doing research on him. They're trying to find out exactly where he's buried. Okay, and well, believe me, I dug up a lot of information on,
Who exactly is John Cook?
Yeah.
Million John Cooks.
you should have known
Who am I
him.
talking about?
Yeah, a little before my time, probably.
Wouldn't there be some
Which
indication
John
of
Cook?
where he was buried in his funeral
Who is
notice
John?
in the paper or anything?
Well, you're going back, what, 1600?
Oh, wait a minute, no, they might not
No,
even get a
no,
paper
no,
back then,
no.
yeah.
It's gonna be kinda
Okay.
hard to find a grave if somebody lived.
All right, it's the burial place that they're trying to find. Howard's Neck. Okay, I talked to,
Probably too far back, yeah.
I'll say.
all right.
I don't understand the importance. Out of a clear blue sky, they picked this guy's name and tried to find his grave.
Yeah, they're trying to find his grave, and there's apparently, there's someone in Fairhaven that's working on it,
Yep.
plus this gentleman up near Boston, and now they're trying to get us a little bit involved in it to see if someone can locate where he's buried.
That
But
might be
Who
difficult.
was he? What importance did he
Okay,
have?
John Cook. Well, I have to read this because I'm not sure.
He came over on the Mayflower, I know that.
He came over on the Mayflower?
Mhm.
Wow.
If it's
Oh.
the same guy.
Oh, there's a lot of history. I mean,
Yeah.
even the names go way back. Some of
Yeah.
these names, my gosh.
Was he connected with any particular church locally that still exists? So at least you can find out that way.
He left Plymouth, took up residence in Dartmouth, where he died in 1695.
Yeah.
His wife was still alive.
What if the Dartmouth Library would have any kind of old...
His
section
wife is
section?
still alive.
She was still alive.
Hello. I was gonna say.
Okay, John Cook Homestead.
Yep.
His house stood at the crest of the hill overlooking the Acushnet River during the King Philip War in 1675.
Oh,
The
good.
house was burnt down by natives loyal to the Wampanoag leader Philip. It was later rebuilt. After Cook died, his wife Sarah most likely continued to live here with her daughter, Mercy West, and Mercy's husband, Stephen. And the West eventually inherited the homestead. Okay, during the British raid in September 1778, the house was occupied by Cook's grandson, Bartholomew West. That name ring a bell?
Not really.
A Wampanoag servant, Hannah carried the aged Bartholomew out of the house before the British set it afire. Back to after the war. The Bible is now in the Museum of the Duke of Cornwall's Light Infantry in Bodham, England.
Huh.
All right, it's saying here, the Cook West House here was not rebuilt after the Revolution. This is private property, and as far as is known, no part of Cook's home remains. The sign was installed by the Fairhaven Historical Commission with permission of the property owners.
But that
Ah.
rock with the plaque on it? That's it
Here's the
right
boulder,
there, ain't it?
yeah. Marks the spot where barracks were placed for the purpose to protect the early inhabitants during the Indian Wars. These barracks were erected by John Cook, the last surviving pilgrim of those who came over in the Mayflower and the first white man to settle in this town.
Yeah, so he got kicked out of Plymouth. He was a deacon at the church in Plymouth, got pushed out of that church and came to Dartmouth.
And came to Dartmouth.
He's cast out of the Plymouth church. Although a shallow man became a cause
John
of
Cook's
trouble
fa-
in
they
the
call him
church
John
and
Cook's
gave just
Fairhaven.
occasion of their casting him out.
Huh.
He removed from Plymouth and took up residence in Dartmouth. How come it says his house was in Fairhaven? Well, it was all maybe.
It was Dartmouth.
It was
Yeah,
actually
Dartmouth Historic.
Acushnet, yeah, it was part of
Dartmouth,
Dartmouth, yeah.
And Bedford everywhere.
Well, that's significance right there if he's the last surviving member of the Mayflower.
Yeah, you would think they would pay special attention to a guy if he was the last one. and
Yeah,
what happened
exactly.
to
But
him.
why did he get kicked out of Plymouth?
Something to do with the church.
Yeah.
Well,
He was a heretic.
Mm.
It said he fell into the era of Anabaptistry, whatever that means.
I
He
don't
didn't
know.
go along with the church's beliefs.
well, in them days, I think the church was a lot more powerful than it is today.
Yeah,
Yeah, people were a little more afraid of him.
Yeah, big time.
yeah. Some people, some of them were even burned.
Yes.
Yeah, now,
Indeed.
see, they were asking the question, do we know where John Cook is buried? What I was saying about
Yeah.
where that house is down at the end of the path, right now they've got it all chained off because that's another story of the people that owned it recently. But anyways, they said there's a jetty that goes out into the water. And the gentleman that had called me said that they were told he was buried there
Now, is the jetty still there?
on the jetty because it was part of his land.
On the
That-
jetty itself,
That he,
How many hurricanes since?
I don't know. This is what they're trying to find out is
Yeah.
where this man was buried because he is not in the
Yeah.
cemetery in Fairhaven.
Yep.
So they're coming back to the Acushnet where he lived
Yep.
and said that he might be buried on that jetty.
Mhm.
But then the guy that called me, he said, I really don't think that's where he's buried. But he said, we're doing the research on him to get to the bottom of it to find out so people will actually know.
so if they find where he's buried, what are they gonna do, put a plaque?
I hope not. I hope not,
Well, I mean, what,
because I don't want to go down there.
Is this something like who's buried in Grant Stoop?
I don't know, but I don't have time for all this crap, you know? I really don't.
well, I was gonna say, it's, it
It's a lot of work, and I mean, I did
seems
this
like you
just,
got enough work to be,
Look.
without doing that.
you know, I told them, I said, I really don't have time for all this research, but I did that much
Yeah.
on the computer after talking to, what's his name? Richards from Fairhaven. Oh my God. He used to do the tours in that historical.
Chris Richards.
Chris.
Ah.
Okay, he is retired, you know.
Oh,
He finally retired. And I didn't know he lives right on Main Street in Fairhaven.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
across from St. Mary's Church.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Joyce Reynolds is the one that told me. When I need information, I call
how's
Joyce.
she doing? Okay.
She's doing okay. I called her. I said, "Can I pick your brain?" She laughs. She gets a kick out of it because I call her when I need information. Okay. And I do have just a little bit of info here on Keith's box factory, the one that sells the Christmas trees.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I got a call from that Cora Pierce. She's the one from the Fairhaven Acushnet Land Trust.
Yep.
Okay, and apparently when the husband died a few years ago, he had already made a will up years ago, and that will was still in, being handled correctly by the family, and it was a good, it was a good thing for him. And what it said was that he wanted all that land for agricultural. Okay, so in the will, he's left all that land to the Fairhaven Acushnet Land Trust. There's 19 acres, I think she said around the house area. Altogether, there's over 200 acres. I was flabbergasted when she said that.
Yeah.
But anyways, before he died, he had made a will out that everything was to go to the Fairhaven Acushnet Land Trust. Okay? And then when the wife passed away last year at Christmas time,
Mhm.
the only one left was the grandson.
Yep.
And the grandson was living in the house with her.
Mhm.
Come to find out, it's a lot of mess. It's a big mess. The grandson was stealing money from the family, and I guess I don't remember what her name was. But anyways, she had a safe in the house where she kept putting the money all in that safe. I guess she didn't believe in banks or whatever, I don't know. But they found out that the grandson was the one that had been stealing from the family for years, so they kicked him out of the house.
Huh.
Yeah, he's gone. He's
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
He was the only relative left, and he was the only one that was helping her with the farm. Okay, so right now it's in probate, and it probably will be in probate till maybe next spring.
Yep.
And then the land trust is going to take it all over.
Yeah.
And what she told me they're going to do is they're going to go back to the strawberries and vegetables and all that stuff.
Sure.
Okay.
Does this have anything to do with the old mill?
No, but she's the one from the
I
Fayetteville
was gonna
Acushnet
say,
landfill.
yeah.
She's the one that told me
Does she know anything about the old mill?
she wants the walls to fall in. Because right now it's a very high risk of somebody getting hurt. So she really wants the walls to fall in, you know? But that's the little bit of information I had gotten from her. She actually called me to tell me about it. That's when she told me about the mill. She was hoping the walls would fall in because it's getting really unsafe right now. And in the summertime, there's kids there all the time climbing those walls.
Yeah.
So it's a big mess over there, you know?
Could be a
Now-
healthy
It's a
market.
shame, really is.
That's what she's afraid of, you know?
That's a big liability for them.
Yeah,
if
that's
something
what she
happens.
said.
Then that place should be bulldozed.
Just so.
It's a shame that it went that far. It was a shame because,
Well,
what's his name? I'm terrible with names lately. The one that was a member with us on the board.
Or Marks?
No, the guy that was rebuilding the White's factory. Him and Joyce Lopes' son. I can't think.
Oh.
Mark.
they were
Mark.
maintaining it, yeah.
That was his name. Mark and can't think of Joyce Lopes' son's name. But the two guys, they were there. They used to work there on weekend, trying to put the stones back, you know, and trying to. But then they gave up because they tried to get her to come up with some money to put some kind of a barrier across the lot so that when the cars went in there, they only could park here at the end near the street and not go all the way in. You know?
Sure.
She kept telling them she had no money, no money, no money, no money. So I know he gave up on it. Mark said, be the heck with it, you know? And since then, he's had, I think, both hips replaced. Yeah, so that's another unfortunate thing, you know?
It's a shame, it really is.
Yeah, it is, and we're all getting old and we're all with our issues.
With every tick of the clock.
Oh, my God. Okay, I wanted to talk to, John, I wanted to talk to you about this property on Middle Road.
Yes,
The one that John Roy,
yes.
okay. This property, in fact,
I seem to remember looking at it at some point, yeah.
I brought the history book
Oh, good.
with me.
Yes,
That's the wrong one. Let me see.
John Roy.
And I lost the page. Well, anyways, on this property. Okay, wait a minute.
John Roy.
It goes back much older.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't find it. I had it right here. Well, anyways, bits and pieces here.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I know you've got the deeds here. Okay. Pam, I don't know if you got to see this letter from our clerk, town clerk, where she had tried to get in touch with, is it J. Potter? Okay, the Kirby Potter Funeral Home. The Jonathan Potter, way back when, was one of the owners of this property.
Yep.
Okay, and he divided it, and I pulled this map up showing that he's got this part here on the east side of Middle Road, and then on the west part was divided between him and another guy.
Yep.
Okay, but this goes back. Well, this was 1871 map, but no, I can't find the date. This property does go way back, a lot older than what you found with the deeds.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Way back.
Do you want anything further done?
Well, I'm going to
Any
have
further
all this
digging or
stuff
anything?
to look at because
I'm happy to go back a little further.
there's going to be more deeds on this property because it went back way back. I'm pretty sure it was either 17 or early 1800s.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be in the registry of deeds at some point in the next 2 days. I can do a little digging.
Okay, all right, then you might have to. Oh God, why can't I find that piece? Oh, here's the schools. I got all the schools written down.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I can't find it right now.
Next meeting.
Well, I'll be around in, succeeding weeks and months. I'd be glad to take a further look if I should.
Yep, because I had found.
By the way, once you get the book open there, a little question. Has anybody ever discussed the origin of the name Acushnet?
Yeah, I have.
Yes.
Where did it come from? I
It's an
think I know
Indian
where it
name,
came from.
means, it means swimming place.
Yeah, but
Bathing place.
Bathing place, yeah.
I understood that was the name of the vessel Herman Melville and a friend of his went to sea on looking for whales in the 1830s.
Correct.
Yep. And he wrote two terrific books. I don't know if anybody's read them but me, but Typee and Omoo, two books that were
Typee,
before
yeah.
Moby Dick. And they were much shorter than Moby Dick, and they were supposed to be based on his personal adventures, he and his friend, on that vessel. And they went to the Marquesas Islands in the Pacific and encountered a cannibal tribe called the Typees. And
Cannibal.
they managed to live among them for a number of months. And then they finally decided, look, we've had enough of this, we've got to get out of here. And they tried to escape, and luckily they did. But they were cannibals, but they were cannibals only, they would eat the parts of certain enemy tribesmen that they killed. But the children and the women had nothing to do with any cannibalism, it was just the warriors. But no one had ever read a book like that before, but it was a hit. But it was thought to be somewhat risque because everybody knew none of these South Sea Island women wore a thing between their chins and their navels. But there were no pictures. But it was supposed to be a sort of a risque kind of a book that actually helped its sales in those days. But
Okay.
Melville himself was something of a prude. He was sort of prudish in some of the things that he would write about.
Was a Quaker.
He might have been, for all I know. He might have been. No, but those books were great, but I don't know that they've ever been made into movies, but they would certainly be hits.
I can't understand
Good
where.
books. Yeah. Oh, he was a good friend of Nathaniel Hawthorne, I'm told. Who wrote House of Seven Gables.
Right.
And they would occasionally travel or, you know, visit others and so forth, but they were friendly, the two writers.
Oh, I can't find
I
it.
seen some pictures recently of them stripping whales on the docks in Bedford. They'll bring the whale right up on the dock and strip it right there.
Absolutely, I mean, what else could they do, you know? Sure.
How could they bring a whale?
They had used cranes and
No,
winches.
but I'm saying,
Cut them up in smaller
where
pieces.
did
They
Cat
tied them
fish?
to the side of the boat
Yeah.
where did they get it from?
out in the ocean.
And they brought it back. Usually they strip it right there.
Well, what I'm thinking is, what I read was, number one, once they were full, they didn't stop hunting.
Yeah.
And they strapped the whale to the side of the boat and brought it back in, and they stripped them on the dock.
That must have been quite a odor when they got back.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Excuse me.
I should think so.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody there.
Trivia question for you. What are the only two countries left in all the world who still go hunting for whales?
Japan still does, don't they?
That's one of them.
Japan and
And the
Alaskan
Eskimos,
Indians.
the Eskimos still.
No, to my great genealogical sorrow, Norway.
Isn't
Norway
there?
and Japan, I'm told, are the only two actual countries that still hunt whales. Yeah, certain India groups have a pass that they can go looking for whales.
right. I know the
Yeah.
American the Eskimo. I don't know what
Aren't there some Indians up in the
Tribal
state of
Indians.
Washington? I thought that we're allowed to do this.
No.
No.
Not anymore?
The Eskimos
Yeah.
up in Alaska or
Oh,
Canada,
the
they
Indians.
still have permission
Ah.
if they use it for their own consumption.
You can be sure they don't kill too many whales.
I'm sure they don't.
No, damn seldom.
Not only that, they're making quite a comeback.
Yes, it's astonishing. They've been seeing so many whales off the Cape, they don't know what to
Yeah.
make of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we
What
done?
paperwork did you give me, John?
I gave you the title to 147
South Main.
South Main Street, yep, such as it is, enough to indicate clearly when the building was put up. And,
What do you do with that?
well, it's in there, I saw it a little while ago, I don't know where you put it, but it was right there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the top sheet of it was the sheet from the, the assessor's office, the one that they give you to give you information about the place.
Did I mix it up in here?
Oh, yeah, I saw it myself a short time ago, right out the corner of my eye.
These are my pictures.
Maybe. That's it, you got it. Yep,
I go crazy with paperwork. Oh, my God.
sure.
It's taken over my house. Honest to God.
Yeah,
I feel like asking them for an office space upstairs so I can bring all my stuff here and dump it off.
Do they have any empties up there?
I think they've got one. And the selectmen, well, the rooms the selectmen use, David Womer has told me I can use his room anytime I want. Just ask him for the key and go up there and use it. He said, I hardly use it.
that's pretty good.
So I'd like to, all right, this one goes back to John. That one does go way back further.
Yes,
So at least the 1700s, I can't find it in the book right now.
I will gladly try to take a look and see what more I can find.
Okay,
Sure.
yeah, because they're the ones, if you remember, I don't know if I had told you the whole story, but they found like a grave site on the property,
I think that's right, they did.
okay?
Mhm.
And they found the stones, like
Yes,
one of the stones was a large stone, so they thought it was the father. And
yeah,
then they found a couple of small stones, which would be the children.
that's usually a hint of what they would do, yeah. Sure, isn't it?
So, I mean, they've been really, really wanting to get more information about that, and
Yep.
Pam, through the clerk's office, she got in touch with the Kirby Funeral Home, and is it Potter Funeral Home in Westport?
Yep.
Yeah, because that was, the Potters, somehow it was related from way back 1700s or so. that lived in that property.
Sure.
So he seems to think that the family is buried there on the property, on the side of the property near the stone
Well,
wall.
they got some evidence, they might be right,
Didn't all families do that back in the dead on the land that they owned?
of course.
In fact, I've had a couple of people call me to tell me, would you come out and take a look, because it looks like there's someone buried on the property. God, tell me that.
Don't ask me to do it.
That isn't what I want to do. No. But I did do it for one lady on Lake Street,
Sure.
and it looked like a grave site and everything.
Yeah,
It was really astonishing, but come to find out, we had to research a little bit further,
sure.
and we found out that when the people sold the house years back,
Yes.
they removed the body and buried in the Friends Cemetery on Main Street.
Yeah.
Because I guess they weren't going to take it with them.
Well, at least they got the truth out of them. The true situation.
I'm telling you, there's so many stories in this town of Acushnet, it's unbelievable.
Every town's got stories.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Some of them good, some of them
Some
bad.
not
Some
so
of them I hope
good.
people don't find out about it, yeah.
Another thing I was going to ask you about too, he researched the property next door to yours? John,
844, 544?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but he didn't go, unless there's more records on that property,
Yep.
he did not get back to the information you had given me.
Well,
Well, I'll take a further look. I mean, I'm happy that, I'm gonna go over there anyway, so.
as far as I know,
Yep.
that house was built around 1912, 10, 12.
See, and the papers that you gave me on that
Yeah,
property
that-
don't go back that far.
That was
Well, I'll go
Windsor
back that far.
property.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Well,
Windsor.
no, I'm sorry,
Yep.
that probably was Howland property,
Full.
Fuller property.
Yes, that name
And
too.
Fuller sold
Are we joining the meeting?
one property.
No, a few minutes. Oh, you. Okay,
uh,
Supper
He
call.
sold, and he kept that piece for himself to build a house on.
Yeah.
but that house is
So-
much older.
It's gotta be 1908 to 1912, somewhere in that range.
And that one did not go back that far.
No,
So, if you can, like I would keep going back as far as you can go,
I will.
okay?
Yes.
And see if you can get the name of the person that owned the home or built the home.
We'll try.
Because if we do plaques,
Yep.
we've got to have that information. The builder or owner of the property and the year,
If at all possible, sure. Yeah, sure.
you
Okay.
know?
I'll take a look.
We'll go back a little further.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm going to look and see if I can
What are
find
you
it.
gonna do in December for a meeting?
I think this is going to be the end
Okay.
until maybe January or February. We'll play it by ear for the
Till the
weather.
snow
Yeah,
melts?
you're right. You're right.
What's that?
Until the snow melts?
That would be nice, huh? Because we're liable to fall again.
No, the past years still have been hardly any, it seems. Yeah.
Okay, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay,
Second?
7:30. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.